Welcome to the Unsung Heroes. I'll be the boy djmoeskieno.
Yes, and I'm your boy DJ Superior.
Yes, I'm M.Reck.
And today we got the man, the myth, the legend, Al Pizarro, CEO.
Al Pizarro, y'all.
VIP Record Pool. Hip Hop Boulevard. Man, what's good, Al?
So, Al?
We got a trifecta here, huh? Yes, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is good, man. We just making moves every single day.
Okay.
That's
Yo, big shout out. Before we start anything, I just want to shout out everybody. We want to shout out MRecktv also. My man Reck in the building. I want everybody to give a happy birthday out to my man Reck. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, your birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Word.
That's love. We got some people in the building. We got like 58 people in the building. It's gonna build up.
Okay, big shout out to everybody in the building. Just to let everybody know, this new show that we got right here, this is for the DJs. Like you see all these other shows out there, they got shows talking about everything and stuff, but they forget that if it wasn't for the DJ, half of those MCs wouldn't be shit. Sorry to curse, but that's just the way it is.
That's a fact.
The DJs never get their due. And this man that we got here today, this is one of the men that helped me break one of the first DMX records. You know what I'm saying? I worked for him real young. I was like a product manager, and I came into his business, VIP Record Pool. I brought him one of the records. So he's one of the first people who helped me like push one of X records. So let's give it up for Al too.
Give it up for Al. One time for Al. Word.
Hello to Al. What's
going on?
All right.
Hey, Sue, you learned a lot just giving out records, didn't you?
Yeah, I learned a lot, man. And like I said, I thank you for that, man. There's things that you taught me that even family members didn't teach me. You know what I'm saying? This is my family. Sometimes your street family is better than your real family. Some of your real family.
A lot of people don't realize when a bad boy was out there doing their thing, we were out there doing our thing.
Exactly.
And it was deep, real deep.
Yo, Reck, there used to be like street teams, Reck, like going around for labels, putting up posters, stickers everywhere. Record labels used to spend a lot of money on that. So we was out there. We had teams, and we was out there. Every release that they had, Al had us hitting the streets, and it was like, you see how people be fighting, fussing, like they used to do that with the street teams too. It was like whose street team was better.
Who was better at the time?
This and that.
What year we talking about, Sue?
Huh?
What year is this we talking about?
Damn, when was that? Al, like 91, 90?
Maybe earlier, man, because you gotta remember we were doing it before the stickers. We did this, we did the posters first.
Okay, well I started in the 90s with you. I believe the 90s, 89, one of those, 90s, whatever. But
so we were killing it. I mean, there was the General, there was ourselves, there was Bad Boys, there was a couple of different street teams, but we killed it, man. I mean, it got to the point that the mayor made a whole announcement about what we were doing in the streets.
Yo, go ahead, Mark.
Now my question to Al, like, how did y'all even start the record pool in the beginning anyway?
Well, I was a DJ, mobile DJ, and I was trying to get records for free. And a friend of mine introduced me to John Jellybean Benitez. He was working at a club over at the Heights. And he had all these joints, all these promo joints. These joints weren't even in the store. And they didn't even have labels on them and everything. And I was asking him, like, how did you get these records? I'm in a record pool. I said, what's a record pool? And he told me it was like a membership of DJ that they paid a fee a month and they get the records every week, all the promos. And that was my first introduction to knowing what a record pool was.
Right.
Then I worked for Disco Den Record Pool, and then I learned the mechanics of a record pool. That was on 125th Street, and that was actually like the first black record pool. Period.
Okay, that's hard. What was the fee? What was the fee at the time?
Oh man, $40 a month.
Okay. There's no different from the online situation. Like, so what would be the first online situation like that?
I would say DigiWax came out first online doing their thing. I think all the pools had a situation where you could download some of the MP3s and MP4s, but nobody was full fledged because you were still getting the CDs and you were still getting the vinyl. When the companies went and said, "Yo, we're gonna go straight digital," you know, I got out the game. I was already doing promotion and marketing for Death Row and all that, and I just said, "Yeah, I'm out of this. I'm gonna move to the next level."
Right. Yeah, that's hard.
Yo, Death Row was definitely blessing us with like work. Big shout out to Black from Death Row. What's his name? Black, right?
Kevin Black. Yeah.
Black. A lot of people don't know. Al, brother Al, he's the one. Uncle Al, I call him Uncle Al. Uncle Al, he got the account for Death Row, so we was out there pushing all of that stuff. You know, that's when Death Row, Wreck. That's when Death Row was trying to do Death Row East. You know
so at that time, Al, give us a visual with Death Row East, like, because we heard the stories about Eric B was supposed to be the CEO, I believe, right?
Yeah, there were stories about that.
Yeah, so give us the whole visual. Break that down.
I could give you the first hand thing. Okay, Death Row East didn't happen until Suge got Pac out of jail. All right. So the Death Row East situation was Pac's idea, and they were thinking about who was going to be the CEO and all that. But Pac was the one that was saying, like, "Yo, we got to be able to merge the East Coast and the West Coast together. Let's do a Death Row East." So it was incredible to first understand that when Death Row first came out, and they were giving me the joints, nobody wanted to play any West Coast stuff. They didn't want to play any South, any dirty South. They didn't want to play any West Coast stuff. Anything that wasn't from the East Coast, they weren't going to play it. So we really had to break the records in the market and get DJs to play them. And the best thing about, if you get a DJ who's hungry, he's going to play good music. If you get a DJ who's about himself and his ego is all blown out, he's going to play what everybody else is playing.
Yeah.
So, who was the first artist signed to Death Row East?
They signed a bunch of people. I know they had talked to Nice and Smooth. They had I know that they had Eric B, Rakim in the mix. They had a bunch of people already that they were talking to, but they didn't have. I don't think they went
Solo, Al.
What?
K Solo was supposed to be on that label.
Word.
Right. So there was a lot of let's say there was a lot of conversation. All right. And everybody was supposed to ready to jump right on. This was going to be explosive. And then everybody knows what happened afterwards.
So was it an actual meeting with all the artists, Suge, Tupac, yourself?
No, we had a meeting in Miami when Suge told us, "Yo, we're gonna do a Death Row East," and it was like, "Whoa, this is about to happen." And we came back into New York, and then they started flooding us with the T-shirts and getting us ready while they were structuring the company. They were already giving us the T-shirts to start branding that were coming out with the Death Row East.
Got you.
Yo, they wasn't playing either. That campaign was strong, Wreck. Like they had shirts ready. They had
hats. They had everything rolling.
Pads. They was ready. And at the time, just to give you all a little history real quick, this is what I said. People don't understand how powerful a DJ is. At the time, the Locks just got signed to Bad Boy. So at the time when all that was going on, see, people don't understand with Pac was trying to, he wasn't just trying to bash the East. He was trying to bring it together at the end. He was trying to bring it together. And I guess a lot of people got angry with him already because of the other stuff. But he really was trying to, like he said, it was a video he had, right? He said, Suge Knight and us, we'll bring a new thing here to New York, and it'll help feed everybody. You remember when he did that video? When he said that? Remember that?
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
So he was always trying to bring it together. So when they came to VIP Record Pool, because I always asked I said, "Yo, what's all this Death Row stuff?" Because you know the things that be on the record player rack, the covers,
the slip mats.
Yeah,
the slip mats.
We had a ton of those. People used to fight over those, you know. So
facts. So let's do this, Al.
Yeah.
When you getting these new accounts with record labels to promote the artists and records, like, is it a meeting that takes place? Or is it a phone call?
Damn, this is what I'm gonna tell you. There was a time when you couldn't move a record without bringing it to me.
Wow.
There was a time. It was just like that. We had about 15 or 20 accounts we were moving. All right, we were getting records from everybody. It was just like every week. What?
Name some of those accounts. I know it's everybody, but just name the top ones, the top 5.
Island, Virgin, New Tribe, Atlantic, Palace Records. I mean, the records just kept on popping in, and then we'd get independent labels that will come in and hit us on the side with stuff. You know, yo, I got a joint from Minneapolis. I got a joint from Seattle. I got a, please give me some love, and all that. And we'd say, okay, we're gonna take it with our pal, and we're gonna hook you up for a price.
Got you. I want to get into numbers, but then again, I don't, because I don't want to put your business out there. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So, okay, an independent record label at that time that wants you to work the artist. What's like a good number?
It depends on the term.
Okay. So
okay.
Like a 3-month campaign.
Look, a 3-month campaign is definitely going to cost you anywhere between 5 to maybe 15 G's, depending.
And what
depending, because you have to remember that I had about 18 people working for me.
Gotcha.
So I had to feed everybody. So I had two different teams. I had a team that used to put up and we call them snipes.
Yes. We
could put up the snipes
around the pole.
I had a team that used to go to the record stores and the clubs. And I had a team that used to put up the posters and the stickers. 3 different types of teams, and all of them were working. We were working 7 days a week. So guys, I was just here, just taking care of people and making sure my people are correct. And then some people just pay us, like a clothing company. We'll pay you in clothing, man. Here, I said, I told my guys to say, here, they gave us only clothes. Pick whatever you want, fellas. That's it. So we did Pure Players and a couple other labels like that. Mecca, Anichi.
Wow. So it was record labels that had ownership in like Mecca and Anichi.
The clothing company started hiring us.
Okay, got you. Dope.
Because they seen the promotion all over the place,
right?
So they wanted the same promotion.
So Al, when did Post No Bills start?
When did what?
Post no bills. You got certain locations you couldn't post no posters and stuff.
We didn't care about that.
Nah.
Come on, we didn't care about that. We were on the bridges. We were on. I mean,
Yeah.
I would give a guy bonuses. If the wilder they could get, I give him a bonus.
Right.
Right. So we
Yo, there
sent
was guys,
Death
there
Row.
was guys putting stickers on the back of girls' butts.
Yeah.
Pictures.
my guys were going bananas, man. But there was no street team like my street team because these guys were doing their work. And then we had some people on the job that would tell us what's going down, like, yo, Al, don't hit the bridges today. I say, okay, cool, not a problem. See you this week.
Gotcha.
So we did our business, man. But
okay.
But
now,
we had a record pool. We had a record pool in Chicago, and we had a record pool in Florida too. So we just wasn't stationed in New York.
Got you. So give the people, like, name some big records that you was a part of. I know it's so many, but just name like 5 infamous records that y'all was a part of.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah. Bring out the plaques. Bring out the plaques. Let's get it.
Yeah.
You got
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's that Eminem Shady, huh?
Yeah.
Records. What album is that?
That's his first album.
Okay.
That's his first album.
Yeah, we was pushing the first album. Yep.
That's his first album, man.
What's the name of the first album again?
Marshall Mathers.
Marshall Mathers.
Yeah, Marshall Mathers. Yeah, Marshall Mathers. Wow.
Marshall Mathers LP.
That joint did what that joint did, like 7-10 million?
Nah, that did that over that.
No, look, for people that don't know, Eminem came out with his joint digitally first for the first week, and he did over 1.7 million records in his first week.
Wow, I remember
in his first week. That was in a week.
1.7 million. I remember that album. What's the name of that album that did that?
That's the Marshall Mathers.
Yeah, that's the second album. That's the second album that did that. I remember that. The first album, let me see what it's called. Hold on, I'll pull it up. Hold on.
Remember, the first album was an EP first, then the album, wasn't it?
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah, the first album was a Slim Shady LP, I believe. Yeah, that's the one where he got the
Okay.
Which one is this?
Which one is that?
That's the one where he got the car trunk open and he's by like the water.
Okay.
And the Marshall Mathers EP LP is the second one. That's the one that Al just pull up.
Yeah. And what's this right here? This is Death Row, right?
Nah, man.
What's that?
This is No Limit.
Ooh.
Oh, No Limit. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the Next Friday soundtrack.
Okay.
This is the Boys Goodfellas soundtrack.
Wow.
And the Ice Cube War and Peace.
Yeah, that Next Friday soundtrack was banging.
Yeah, we were real tight. We were real tight with No Limit.
Okay.
Al, you got a lot of hardware on your walls, I see.
Yo.
Yeah.
Look. Those are the ones I just carry with me.
No doubt. So out of everybody, the record labels, artists, like, I guess, what was your best account or people you love working with the most?
I gotta say Death Row.
Why was that?
And then second would definitely be New Tribe. Cause we broke that Looney's record. We broke the Scarface record. Yep.
Yeah.
Shouts to Yuck Mouth. That's my man too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yo, Death Row. Why he say Death Row #1? Because they used to pay, man. They pay up front. Death Row used to pay us lovely.
They used to come into town every 3 months and take my whole crew to dinner.
Wow.
Just they said, you're the #1 team in the country. You guys are killing it.
Death Row had class.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Class and cash.
Word. Like I said, I was young, so I was just learning what was going on. And M.Reck, the funny thing, why I mentioned the Locks at the time is because they had just signed the Bad Boy. And I remember Al sent me to a party. He sent me to a party and I had all Death Row stuff on. and they was like looking at me all funny, like they was like Soup flipped the script, like what are we doing? Because Pac just put out "Hit 'Em Up," so when he put out "Hit 'Em Up," he was dissing the whole Bad Boy, but he didn't diss them because they were new, so he didn't say their names at all. But they saw me with a bunch of Death Row stuff, and I had people from Yonkers with me. We all had Death Row on. They were looking at me like, "Ah, man," you know.
They was looking at you like you playing two sides of the fence.
Word.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So that was my second Eminem fact that I got.
Yeah.
Because I got the first one and I got the second one.
Nice.
Okay.
Salute, man. That's major, man. That's historic, monumental, my brother. You know.
Well, thank you. Well, let's talk something.
Hey, yo, Al, the question I got is this: it's like, how you feel about that game versus the digital game now? Like, artists, it's harder for artists to break more records now. It seems like it's independent.
Look, let me tell you something. The digital game, the whole thing with the digital game is that if you know your stuff on the computer, you could change them numbers up. So there was a lot of guys that were finagling numbers. So, yo, what do you want, 100,000 views on your stuff? Done. Send me a check. Send me the cash. Come on. We all know people who are doing that like crazy. Yeah. There's no way that somebody got 1 million views in a week and then nobody. Think about it. All right? And then companies still didn't grasp how we're going to spend this money on the digital. How do we spend this money on the digital? How do we get the guarantee? Because they were starting to understand that the numbers were being finagled. But they didn't care because they said, well, if this guy got 200, 300,000 views, this record got to be going somewhere and all that stuff. So the numbers started to dictate the actual success of the artist. But when people are looking for something, they're looking at a video. Oh, it got 1 million views. Let me check this out.
Right.
You know? You see a video got 10 views. I ain't watching that.
So now what happens when you have 200,000 views, but when you go do a show, nobody shows up?
Hey, magic of the computer, right? Magic of the computer. It's easier to connive on the digital side.
Yeah.
Back in the days, you had to put in the work. Now, you get yourself a smart kid that's tech savvy, and you're ready to rock and roll.
Yo, Al, I want to ask you this because I don't even remember, but who was some of the DJs that you had in the beginning? Because how many DJs did you have at that time?
We had 90 in New York, we had 60 in Florida, and we had 75 in Chicago. Okay.
Now, what we're trying to what we're trying to do on the show to show everybody the importance of a DJ. So we just showed what was important as far as the street team and all of that. Now, as far as DJ breaking a record, who was your top guys that, because I remember you used to get on me and be like, yo, make sure this guy gets a double. Like, yo, Mo and Reck, they used to complain about that all the time. They even try to hit me off with some extra money with, yo, make sure I got a double. But Al would always go, nah, they all pay dues. They all get the record. If we have extra, then we do that. But who's your top 5 DJs that you think that?
Look, Frankie Bones,
where's he from?
DJ Tommy Lee, Darryl James, and I'm trying to think on the top of my head. In Chicago, we had Julian Jumpin' Perez, we had Bad Boy Bill. In Florida, we had the Twins, we had Felix Sama. We had in Jamaica, we had Just Jace. Then we had a kid in Italy that was killing it. So we had quite a few. We had a stable of DJs that they played in the top clubs all the way from Long Island to New Jersey, and then there was some I was shipping out to, in Canada. So we were shipping out records to people too because they were so far away that's the only way we get the material to them. We had a good stable of Willie Wildstyle, Soto, J.I. Star. And these guys right now, like J.I. Star is working in a club in Jersey. He has a radio station he's working with. Wildstyle Willie Soto is working at a radio station in Connecticut. Julian Jumping Perez, he's on every Friday on Facebook. And he's about 100,000 followers when he's playing. Felix Suma had his own. He just became president of the B-boy competition out there in Florida, and he had his own radio. He has his own radio show over there also. So every one of our guys, and everybody knows Master Flex, and then we had Jazzy J, we had Jazzy Joyce. So we had a bunch of different people, man.
Got you. Yo, Al, when you mentioned Funk Flex breaking records, right?
Yeah.
When did it change from Flex actually just breaking records to, I guess, him getting that bag? Because I remember dude saying, if you want Flex to break your record, you got to have at least 40K.
So think about it. I know Flex before he was on the radio. Okay? Flex, Vito Bruno used to be his manager. And Vito Bruno was running I think he was running the Tunnel at the time. The Tunnel and 1018. He was running those two clubs and everything. And Vito told me, Al, I need you to put this kid on because he needs some joints. And that was Flex. So I put him in the pool. Flex came in. I think we did this even off the books. Off the books to me is that it didn't happen in the office.
Got you.
It was like he saw me. He just hit me. He said, Al, please, I need the joints and everything. I said, I got you. I sent somebody here with some joints. And that's what I did. And then after that, when he was doing the radio, Vito told me, yeah, we're going to put him on Hot 97 now. Please bless him and everything. And me and Flex got real close because of that, because I never got, to me, I treated him the same way from the very beginning until, when he started doing his own thing and all that.
Got you. But
I don't know. So when you say that, I can't answer that question because that's another part of his career when he took off. Because he started his own record pool and all that stuff with Mr. Excitement.
No,
he had big dog pit bulls, right? Wasn't that
franchise record pool?
It was franchise record pool.
Yeah, I'm just trying to educate the people because I remember, and y'all, Superior and Moschino, y'all know, it was a time where if you wanted your joint played by Flex, it was a certain criteria that you had to go by. And of course, it involved that bag, right?
Well,
and they were saying like, yo, if you want Flex to hit the what was that, the bomb on your record?
Yeah,
I remember that when the bomb was infamous, when the bomb meant something at one time.
Yeah. That mean it was the joint, it was the hit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Reck, what you talking about is Yo, Reck, you talking about Payola, man. That's what you talking about, man.
If we gonna address everything, let's address everything. It is what it is, because Flex be going at a lot of people today about Payola. So it's not about exposing him, it's about it was what it was.
Well, I can tell you, I can only talk to you about people that I know, that I know for a fact.
Got you.
I can't go by hearsay.
Got you.
So Frankie Crocker, when he was alive, that was his system. Okay.
Gotcha.
So that I know for a fact.
But
I don't ever like to talk about hearsay because hearsay is just that. I heard something from somebody else.
Yeah.
I like to talk about something I know for a fact. Either I saw, or it was given, or I saw them give it to him. I understood that. Yeah.
Got you.
Now, even though I was young when this happened, but what I heard was there was somebody that never even did that. That was Mr. Magic. I don't care if you had money. Mr. Magic would take your money, but still not play your damn record. Because if it wasn't hot to him, he wasn't playing.
That's real.
You know, and look, and think about it. Even in the club, if you wanted your joint played, then you go to the DJ booth and say, "Yo, here's the C note. Let me hear my joint, man." And then at the end of the night, you be pissed off because if he played it, he gave you a little 10 seconds and then cut it with something else. He said, "What the hell, bro? What's up, yo? Yo, you want more? You know, you're gonna have to take care of me." In the clubs. So the radio had to be rampant.
Yo, look, it's a business, man. Everybody want to get paid at the end of the day for what they do, their services, and we all understand that. But the thing about this industry, it's so much smoke and mirrors, man. And it's just like, yo, just keep it real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's all. You know, my platform is all about keeping it official. You know what I mean? And the people that rock with me, that's what they on. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but let's talk about this. It was a time when Jay-Z was working Ain't No Nigga. Well, Dead Presidents first.
Loud.
No, that was Freeze Records, I believe.
Freeze Records. Remember? He was on Freeze Records before he was on Def Jam.
That was
yeah.
That was a single.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, Flex even said Jay-Z and Rockefeller, they couldn't even pay DJs to play Jay-Z. And that might be a little bit before Dead Presidents. I think it might have been I Can't Get With That, or one of those. In My Lifetime, I believe. In My Lifetime.
In My Lifetime, yeah. That's a fire too.
A whole lot of cash.
Yeah.
So Flex, he was like, yeah, they used to, you know, wait downstairs at the radio station, try to get me to play the record. They try to pay me, but I wasn't feeling him back then, or something like that. He said, you know what I mean? So, you know.
So basically, that happens a lot with MCs. So basically, what we said, Mo, once again, you need the DJ. You know what I'm saying? The DJ is the one in the clubs, the popular one, you know, breaking the records, playing or whatever. You know, I'm just, because I see all of these shows and they focus on the MC and this and that.
Right.
Like I told somebody else, I said, if you remember the Eric B and Rakim deal, that was Eric B's deal. That wasn't Rakim's deal. It was supposed to be Eric B and Freddie Fox. That's what I was told. Freddie Fox didn't make it to the studio that day. So Rakim was there. And Marley Marl wasn't even feeling Rakim when he was spitting. He wasn't feeling him. Because Rakim was sitting down and he was trying to get him to get more hype. And Rob was like, that's the way I sound. Like if I stand up, I'm gonna sound the same way.
He wanted him to rap fast. Like, you know, how Shannon was rapping, whatever the case may be, but he kept a slow tempo and he changed the whole game.
Yeah.
So you got to understand that the DJs turn producers, turn MCs, turn label owners, and all that stuff because they had the ear for the music. You know, it was up to the DJ to say to himself, I think I could get out from behind these turntables and go behind a mixing board. You know, it was up to them. Because a lot of DJs may stay in their field for all their career and just stay DJing, and they'll remix some joints. But most of the guys right now that you see popping right now, what they're doing is they come from DJ to producer to performing on stage with them to running the label to doing all these things. The game it opened up the doors because so many other DJs had opened it up for them.
Jam Master Jay, remember when Jam Master Jay started rhyming Wreck and Mo? Remember the Pause record? He came from behind the thing and he started rapping. The DJ for Houdini, I think he had said something on the record I forgot what record he was rapping on. Premier didn't do no rapping, but Premier went right into producing. You know, when Premier was just a DJ. So there's a lot of DJs that, you know, Marley Marl was a DJ for Shantae. And then he started doing producing. So once again, the DJ is very important.
But to answer Rex' question, to bounce off of that, what he said with the Jay-Z record, they got locked Clue in at that particular time. Yep. You know what I mean?
Like Rex said.
That was smart. That was smart of Rockefeller to lock the hottest DJ on the
hottest DJ. Yeah.
And sign him to the label. And they did a DJ Clue album.
Yep. That went platinum.
That went platinum.
Yeah.
And you gotta remember, the DJs at that time, you had DJs that they knew how to play joints. They knew how to mix for anything. You know, but they knew how to play the right joints. And that's what made them happen. Because Clue was famous for having the right records.
Yeah, having those.
Clue would have a bunch of rappers on the same record, same album, dissing each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Also, he would get demos. I think I believe he got Biggie's demo, and it not even a demo. It was the reference record for Little Kim. The one she was like eating my pussy while I'm watching cartoons. So imagine you hearing Biggie say it because it's a reference record for Little Kim.
Puff wanted to hurt him for that.
Exactly. You got Biggie talking about eating my pussy while I watch cartoons, and it was a reference record for Little Kim, and this nigga Clue got it on a mixtape.
And you gotta, my people are hitting me up. They're trying to find this because it was on YouTube, IG. So
it's on YouTube,
do whatever you gotta do. Let people know to hook up.
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube right now. Go to MRecktv on YouTube. MRecktv. Real DJ talk.
Let them know.
Every Wednesday, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, baby.
And matter of fact, the name of that record was Queen Bitch. The name of that record was called Queen Bitch.
Oh, you know Queen Bitch.
Yeah. That was it. Yep.
Yeah. Biggie and Diddy wanted to hurt Clue for that.
Well, Clue and Who Kid, big shout out to the boss.
Who Kid too.
Yeah, used to do that too. Remember, Who Kid told a story where Pun and them try to put him in the car.
they locked him up in the van and shit.
Pun talk like, let me talk to you real quick. Come here. Like,
that's why when you used to go to the studio, they said, nobody, nobody taking any tapes with them, nobody taking any dupes, nothing. They had to shut it down because there were so many leaks. And they knew you were in the studio, somebody was in there and say, I'm gonna get this out. Somehow, some way.
And Reck, this, I mean, I'm gonna ask you too, Al, because I know you know about this. There was a time that DJs, they wanted to push the music so bad that some DJs try to make deals with some of the studios, like, we know he gonna be in here later. Whatever song he record, man, I'll give you this. Give me the exclusive. And they used to do it.
Facts. They used to play the engineers real close.
Yeah. Give them the envelope. Pass me the envelope, please.
The envelope.
That's why some records that we hear, like he said, DigiWax or whatever, they used to go press up a white label. You can ask Al how many white labels we used to get. Like it'll be a record that we really want and it's fire. Everybody got it. Next thing you know, a white label then came out with 3 joints on it.
I used to get a whole lot of those in the hood.
I got a lot of them. I got a lot of them. But they was never really clear. You could tell they wasn't mixed, but they still was the song. You know?
It still worked. But I got this question for all of y'all, but more so Al, I want to aim this one at you. So what you feel about the Kid Capri and the DJ Scratch thing doing the verses?
I think that there's definitely going to be a versus on that. That's going to come up. That's the next thing that's going to happen because they opened the door for that. I think that DJ Scratch was like, you know, did my opening to create something. That was very smart of him to make that move, you know. But Swiss Beats caught that like that. So watch. If it's not already being planned, it's going to be planned in the next couple of months, and they're going to have a DJ competition. Easy. So I think it just opened the doors.
So you don't feel like it was no disrespect to Kid?
Man, look, if you on that platform, come on, you on that platform, gloves are off. Off, man. Really?
Talk to him, Al.
I'm gonna say the same thing because I was talking to Reck about it. Reck was like, "So what you think?" I was like, "Nah, man. I know Scratch. I ain't see Scratch in a while, but I remember Scratch came to Yonkers. Scratch always been like on point like that. He was never. So I'm sure all that stuff was told in the beginning, and that's what they agreed to. Scratch wouldn't just do that to somebody. So that was planned. So Scratch was ready to get it in."
Nah, so
I'm hearing two different stories.
I heard two different stories too. I heard two different stories.
I think that Scratch just took an opportunity.
Yeah,
I think so.
Scratch wanted to smoke.
I don't think Scratch would do that though, man. Scratch, I don't think so. But if so, what's DJing? DJ is that.
I'm gonna say
this. There's a lot of times Mo be DJing because Mo is a cutting motherfucker. That dude right there be cutting all day. I DJ, but I don't cut all that. I do some mixes. I do Mo all day, and Mo be looking at you cutting. Like, what up? But sometimes when another DJ is there, DJ always looking at you, and he want to see something because he want to go tell somebody if you nice or not or whatever. So that platform, Scratch had to do that.
Well, let's say this.
I'm on Scratch side. I'm sorry. I didn't like the way Chris. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. No disrespect for Chris, the Bronx, none of that. I didn't like what Chris did. Cause that's DJs doing that. You didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Kid Capri went through that long time ago. If you remember, and then Doo-Wop used to go at it. Doo-Wop's my man.
Doo-Wop. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Doo-Wop is the homie.
Remember the Bounce Squad? This is the Bounce Squad versus Kid Capri. Now, Kid Capri was the first one with an album deal. Remember Al? He was signed to Cold Chillin' Records.
Yeah.
Kid Capri was the first DJ with his own tour bus.
Okay. Yep. And we'll give him all of that. But when he started, so you gotta understand, if he wasn't gonna do it, he should have just didn't do it. But you can't talk smack back and start cutting and then you start rapping. You did it, so that means he could have stopped it right there if he really
let's do this. Let's make it fair. Kid Capri's a dope DJ, but he's like a dope party DJ and Scratch is like a turntablist. You know what I'm saying? So, in all fairness, who you think is a better matchup for Scratch? Like what DJ in that type of format?
That would have never happened. What if Karis One had DJ Jazzy Jeff? It would have been a whole different story.
Different story. Yeah.
Let me answer your question, bro. DJ Scratch can scratch, okay? He can scratch. He can make that sucker, but there is a rhythm. There is a style that you have to have when you're doing that. I've heard thousands of DJs, bro. All right. And when I go and when there's a style, talking about a style and all that, a rhythm, I give it to Kid Capri for a rhythm and a style. If you're talking about just scratching, I give it a scratch for scratching. But when you're in the audience, you don't want to hear all this scratching. You want to be bopping your head and say, that's fine. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Kid in party mode and like bringing in a record at the right time, off the scratch, off the blend. I'm gonna give it to Kid. But far as like you said, scratching, I give it to Scratch. Like, you know what I mean?
But they was but I beg to differ. That's why we glad that we.
But see, I know Kid from where he started from the castle, and where he's at now.
Okay, yeah.
So I've heard him. I've heard a lot of stuff in his arsenal. So a lot of people hear what he sets up for that program for that day, for that particular show.
Well, we used to battle at the castle. Remember that?
Yeah.
We used to battle at the castle. X battled at the castle, and that's the time I think we went against Andre the Giant, a Lord Finesse boy. And at the time, you know, Andre the Giant was Lord Finesse boy. So he was the hot one. So, you know, everybody was like, Andre, but I felt X bit him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it is what it is. Well, I got what you're saying, though.
I'll give you a DJ story, okay? Let me give you a good DJ story. So I used to work at a club called La Mirage, and I had a good friend of mine in Europe named Tony Prince. And Tony Prince had a company called DMC. And DMC used to do DJ competition all over the world. So Tony called me and said, Al, I want you to do a DJ competition in your club. I said, bro, I don't do that in my club. He said, but I want you to do this. I said, all right, cool. Tell me what to do. I'll set it up. And all. He said, bro, I'm going to bring everything there. I'm going to set it up. I'm going to get the people there and all this stuff. And I have the contestants there. So guess who was the DJs that were competing there?
Oh.
Chaddy Jeff and Will Smith.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Before they were anybody.
So hold on, Will Smith,
DMC.
Will Smith used to be a DJ too?
No, Will Smith was this was the kick. Will Smith was his MC. Now, all the other DJs were DJing, but Will Smith got on the mic when he was DJing and all that stuff. So everybody was like, holy crap, like he just brought the game, he raised the bar up when he did that, and then they competed in Philly.
Got you.
But that is history, and that's a fact. And that was in the
Salute.
But I agree with Reg, not to cut you off. So I agree with Reg. Like when it comes to scratch, he gonna tell you, you know what I mean? He's been practicing since he was 2. Let's put it that way. You know what I'm saying? But you got a kid, he gonna rock the party. But me, I'm gonna go with Jazzy Jeff, man. He gonna keep the party rocking, and he gonna give you scratches here and there. He ain't gonna do too much, but he gonna give you just enough.
Jazzy Jeff is crazy.
It would have been a different story if Jeff was there. I don't, you know, they would have went back and forth, but Jeff got a lot of.
Your suit. I got Eddie hitting me up on my phone like crazy. He's telling me you can't see nothing. What's going on?
It's on YouTube, like it's MRecktv.
MRecktv on YouTube.
Yo, he's hitting me, yo, tell me something.
He out the loop.
he gotta go to MRecktv on YouTube.
On YouTube, can't miss that.
I'm hitting him right now on the text.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the chat room. Can you see the chat room, Al?
Hold on 1 minute.
No chat room is up on here. I don't see no chat room.
Nah, y'all can't see it.
All right, I'm back.
I'm looking at it. All right. But Jazzy Jeff is the illest, man. I don't care what nobody say, bro.
Can you see it? I put it on the screen.
Yeah, I can see it, but he's trying to find it. He can't find it. So I hit him up. I told him go to YouTube. Let's see what he said, and I sent him the flyer.
Yeah.
But that's
you lost some. Yeah.
So that's a Jazzy Jeff story. All right.
Let's get it.
That's ill. So basically, Will was his hype man. He was
But I didn't know who. Look. This is the very beginning. So they weren't anybody.
Right.
They were DJing against some other guys and all that. And this is my first time doing this thing, you know. And I say, okay, who's next? Who's that? Yeah, DJ Jazzy, Jazzy Jeff, and what? Will Smith, both DJ. Okay, get on the stage, go do your thing.
So Al, so what you think really happened with the DJ? Because we was in the forefront, and then the MC became in the front after a while.
What do you think happened to the DJ thing?
Yeah. So what happened with the DJ being in the forefront instead of the MC?
I think that once somebody got the mic and they saw that they could control the crowd by just talking to them, that flip the script. Some DJs are not comfortable with the mic.
Yeah.
They're talking it through the music.
I'm one of them.
So they're gonna go and they're gonna play the music and all that stuff, and they'll probably bring in a hype man. But you get the wrong hype man in your club, and you're DJing, you just lost your job.
You lost. That's a fact.
Yeah, all you got to do from that point on, all I got to do is just play the joints, and I got the mic. I'm good. I don't need this guy no more.
But you know, the game done flip to the point where they doing too much talking now, and there's no, you know what I mean? No style. It's just, all right, I'm gonna drop this joint and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yo, you got some girls that know how to put on the makeup, right? You got some girls that put on the makeup.
Right.
Come on.
Well, the good thing about this whole thing is, Rec, you still there, Rec?
I'm here, man.
The good thing about this thing is DJs should be able to sit around and talk like this. You know what I'm saying? DJs supposed to be off the radar. Like if I feel a record, Rec feel a record, Mo don't feel the record, Al don't feel the record. It shouldn't be nobody like this. Nah, you gotta feel it. The DJ should be neutral ground. DJing was always like that. There was records that I liked. Like when Rec asked me, he said, so what you think about the Kane and KRS-One battle? So I was like, to me, KRS-One lost. And he said, wow. He was like, but you know, you heard the crowd. I said, yeah, but Kane did his straight through. Kane sound like how he sound back in the days. Chris was doing all that accent and using the crowd. Chris had the better show, but the battle, like Kane got that. You know what I'm saying? That's how.
You know, I was in the building, and for me, it's all about energy. That that Chris energy was different, man. In that building, man. You feel me? And that's what the show is about to me. It's the same thing with X. You know, you DJ for X, and X, he's a dope lyricist, he's a dope artist, but it's really the energy why people according to X, and that's why his shows were so crazy because it's the energy. You know what I mean? And that's what win battles, because just you got have a smooth rapper, he nice, you know, lyrically, but if you got somebody that can really control the crowd, he gonna win because the crowd gonna be like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Giving the oohs and ahs. So like Kane, he dope, but you gotta always remember, Kane ran out of records on that versus. Chris got, you know, unlimited records.
Well, I saw the thing that they were supposed to do. They were supposed to do 10 records. It was supposed to be a DJ battle. It was supposed to be a dancing battle. Then it was supposed to be freestyles, 5 freestyles. Then it was supposed to go back to 5 records.
And why you think it was broken? Why you think it was broken up like that?
Well, Chris and Kane came up with that.
But they had to agree.
They had to agree.
Because Kane didn't have a strong 20. Let's just keep it real.
Right. He don't got the catalog.
But think about it. Kane still did the battle with KRS-One. Who else KRS-One was going to battle? Who we was going to put him with?
No, Kane was supposed to battle Rakim.
Yo, you going to put him with Busta Rhymes?
No, Kane wanted to battle Rakim. They said Rakim didn't want to do it.
Yeah. I think Busta Rhymes and him, that would have been a battle.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That would have been
The energy would have been crazy.
Energy, yeah, word. I agree.
Crazy.
That's why I like that. Go ahead.
Real quick, Superior, you said something about DMX and Andre the Giant battling?
Back in the days, bro,
go into that.
We always was trying to do, you know who we was trying to go for, X? We was trying to go for Lord Finesse. That's what we wanted. X wanted to battle Lord Finesse. But all the time we could never set that battle up. So I think Lord just put his young boy on him because Andre the Giant was his young boy, and you know he was nice. Andre was nice.
Yeah.
And you know, X, you know, Andre couldn't mess with no damn X. You know what I'm saying? That's why X wasn't impressed. X wanted Lord Finesse. at the time.
So what happened exactly at the battle? Like, give us the details.
That battle never happened. We could never get that battle done.
I'm talking about the Andre the Giant joint.
Oh, Andre the Giant. I think that was at the castle where Al was talking about. Because X used to always go to the castle, sit in the corner with the hoodie on, just waiting to do something to somebody or whatever, on the mic or whatever. So that day, I believe what I heard, because I wasn't there for that one, but on the street, they said X, gave it to him or whatever.
Okay.
Same thing with X Mobb Deep. I love Mobb Deep, so I ain't talking bad about Mobb Deep. I love Mobb Deep.
Rest in peace, Prodigy.
The first time X flowed against him in the streets, he blew him down.
Mobb Deep?
Yeah.
So Prodigy and Havoc, he blew both of them down?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think Drag was there too.
Damn.
But like I said, that wasn't no disrespect. That was a love competition thing. They were just spitting, but to me, it's like X got the best of them on that.
Wow. Okay. That's dope. That's my first time hearing that.
But X, when he rhymes like you and your man, and you can get it too. And
So DMX burnt Mobb Deep in the battle. That's what you're saying.
They wasn't battling. It was friendly competition.
Let's say a cypher.
Yeah, it was a cypher. Yeah.
Got you.
I have no problem saying who X blew down. You know what I'm saying? So I have no problem saying it.
Let's get into that.
Nobody to think, yo, you sugarcoating it. No, I ain't. So Hov know what happened. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, Jay-Z? X.
I'm gonna say it again. Hov know what happened.
Okay.
That's
what's up.
Man.
Moeskieno, I know you got some more questions for Al.
Al is legendary, bro. But look, yeah. How did you start with the hip hop blocks and stuff like that, man? That's monumental what you're doing.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Hip hop Boulevard.
Boulevard, yeah, pardon me.
Man, that's a story. So there was this guy that was trying to do it for 6 years. He went to everybody. And then he met one of my boys, and they were talking. And my boy said, well, man, you need to call Al Pizarro. So my boy's a Latin, he did a Latin music. He said, this guy's about hip hop and all that stuff. Let me call him up. I met with him, we talked. I said, okay, what do you need me to do? He told me that's what I need done. I called my son. We got it done in 2 days. And then after that, he just, he says, well, I need to do this. Go to the community board to tell them about hip hop and all that. I said, okay, cool. Let's do that. So I called Tony Tone from the Cold Crush Brothers. And I said, we're going to do this thing with this guy. Let's see what happens. 2 years later, it gets signed into legislation. And I'm at City Hall, and it's signed into law. Hip Hop Boulevard.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That's history right there, yo.
Yeah.
Word up.
I told them that you was on hand for the big pun naming of the.
Yeah, that was another big thing because that was 20 years. That nobody wanted to give this guy the credit, and somebody finally went through all the paperwork and said he's due his credit. And then they called me and they said, Al, we need you to hook this thing up and have the right people there and all that. And we handle all that stuff. And, it turned out to be a beautiful event.
So, Al, you mean to tell me it was resistance with people giving Big Pun his crown? I mean, because people say flowers, but, flowers go for the dead, even though Pun is dead. But, I like to give kings their crowns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They didn't want it to happen. Like, they didn't want Hip Hop Boulevard to happen.
Wow.
Okay. But I'm telling you, I had a fight to convince people. I had a fight to convince people.
Why so much resistance?
Hip hop, the history, the image.
Yeah.
They don't want to give us our props, man. They said Kanye was crazy. Now all of a sudden, everybody's saying he a genius now.
Yeah, no, true.
So
you gotta really understand that even though this is a multi-billion-dollar business,
yeah,
how many people are benefiting from it that are the founders and creators?
So basically, they want us to stay in our lane.
that's it. So the same thing pretty much with the hip hop museum. We're finally getting that. You think it's the same way or something else?
I don't want to get in their business because it's not my business, but I'm gonna tell you what I feel. If they went and they said we're gonna start a hip hop museum in the Bronx, automatically I thought Dr. Dre, Jay-Z, Will Smith, all these guys should have been. Here's the money. It's done. My opinion.
I agree, and
that's real.
I feel the same way with Video Music Box.
Yeah,
Ralph McDaniels.
Yeah, I feel like all the artists you name, and then some. Why Video Music Box don't have a award show? It was the first video show. Ralph McDaniels is the blueprint for.
He's the blueprint.
But you got to understand that we are the creators. We create because when you don't have no money, you make up ways. And then people that have money, they take and they monopolize on that and build on it. Yeah, Ralph was doing that. I was rolling with Ralph from the very beginning. And yeah, they took an idea and they blew it up and making money from it till this day. But the good thing about Ralph, me and him were talking 3 weeks ago. He has his content. He has his catalog.
Facts.
So he knows he's sitting on a gold mine. Matter of fact, he's doing something new right now.
Yeah, he's doing a documentary, I believe.
Yeah.
On his life or maybe his show. I don't know.
Right. He's doing something right now. Yeah. So he didn't sleep on it. And I'm proud of him that he didn't sleep on it.
Yeah. Salute to Uncle Ralph.
Yeah.
DVD, he called it a classic. I did a DVD called Outside of Hot 97, aka 95 Hudson. And it's a wild DVD. And Uncle Ralph pulled me to the side and said, yo, you know your DVD is a classic. And that's coming from, you know, the pioneer.
Word.
Like he's somebody that inspired me, you know, watching Video Music Box as a kid, 330, channel 31, running in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To watch Video Music Box. So salute to Ralph McDaniels.
Word.
We giving him his crown. You digging him?
He's doing a Nas documentary too, I think. Yeah. I think it's the last time when I spoke to him, he said he's doing a Nas joint in a few years.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Salute.
So I'll tell you something else. I'll tell you something else that I was able to do. I had noticed when I was running the record pool that certain records would go into certain record pools. So if you were a white pool, pop, dance music, they were sending you all the joints. And if you were urban or a black pool, they would send you certain joints. So I organized all the black pools in the country, and we did a chart listing called the Urban Tip, which forced record companies, if they gave me a record, to give it to Foot in LA and to give it to Eardrum in DC and give it to James in the Carolina and stuff like that. So because I saw that there was even in the business it was cliquish. You know, there's prejudice everywhere.
Yes, sir.
You know? So, but even in the music, bro, or the Off the Wall soundtrack when they came out with that joint, they didn't give it to none of the black record pools.
Wow.
How do you not give that album to the black man? They gave it to all the white pools. And we had to do a big thing. We're gonna burn all the Michael Jackson records and all that stuff. I had all the DJs bring the records in and all that, and we're gonna burn and everything. And we always said, "You're not giving it to us. bring in all your records, everybody. And then we had a big meeting at the club, and the vice president of promotion of Epic Records came, and he just went there and said, "Yo, I can't do this, and let's settle this." I said, "Bro, tell me what you're gonna do." We were on that label for every single thing from that point on. Wow. Now, I've always been a fighter for those things that I believe are right. So don't push me, but I'm gonna push back.
That's for sure. That's an ill story.
Go ahead, Rick.
No, I'm just saying that's an ill story. Like Al just told, because he made a stance. Him and his team made a stance, and y'all made what was that? Sony, right?
Yeah, that was Epic at the time. Yeah.
Well, Epic, Sony, okay. Same thing. Yeah, Epic. Y'all made Epic respect your stance.
Yeah.
And I want to salute you on that.
Thank you. Well, the same thing. The same thing with Hip Hop Boulevard now. Look, we changed the name. We changed the name of the street for everybody in hip hop. I didn't change it for me. I changed it for everybody for hip hop because what needed to be done. Hip hop had no legitimate anything. Period. For how many years?
Facts.
So when this guy came to me and all that stuff, and he wasn't giving me any money, he didn't say, "Yeah, I'll pay you this," or nothing like that. I'm doing this because I saw the necessity. It needed to be done. So when it got done, it was like now everybody can platform.
Yeah. And we got some surprises coming up. I don't think we could talk about it now, but we got a big one.
We got some big surprises coming up. But we always, if you're following us, you always notice every 2 or 3 weeks we doing something.
Got you. Well, Al, let me ask you this real quick. What's the process of getting like a big, an artist like Big Pun, his own street?
Man, first thing is, look, it's council like the community board, then New York City Council, and then the mayor's office. 3 steps. But those 3 steps all take a process. You got to go to the meeting. They got to talk about it. Then they go in there to the next time they have a meeting, another conversation about it. Then they're gonna go and say, "Okay, now let's vote on it." There's only
politics.
It gets stretched out.
A lot of politics.
Now I know that there's been a lot of things that they overpassed that. Some people going, "Jesus, let's get through the red tape and let's just get it done." But certain items, it doesn't happen that way. You got to fight for every little inch.
Got you. Wow.
Well, like Rex said, we give kings their crowns over here. This is what we do.
Yes.
We don't give up flowers. The flowers is for the dead.
Flowers for the dead, man. You feel me? Legends live forever.
Yes.
Yo, Al is so dope, bro. He done been marketed movies too. What's up with the Spawn movie? Yeah, and why was it Wesley Snipes? Why wasn't it on the big screen with Wesley Snipes? Yeah.
Look, that was so funny the way we got that account, because we started working for DreamWorks.
Okay.
And now I'm promoting a movie, and I'm saying like, okay, so how am I gonna promote a damn movie? When you guys gonna give me posters? So that's when the Snipes campaign came in, and the Snipes campaign was the glue on the billboards, But in the street is wherever you see a damn wall, you're gluing that sucker up there.
Right.
So that's how we were doing the movies and all that, because they weren't doing flyers, And if they had a soundtrack, they give us the soundtrack to give to the DJs and all that. But that was the extent of their promotion and marketing. Everything else was done in movie land. So they'll send the trailers out to people and all that. Now, what they did do was that we were able to have a screening of the movie before it came out. What was that movie that we promoted? Soup, the OG, Original Gangsters.
Original Gangsters.
Yeah, we promoted that too.
That's when Shaheem was in it.
Right. So we did that. We did that. We did the Ants movie. We did the Spawn movie. So all of a sudden we're doing all these things. It's a different world, and it's not. Once the movie's out, you're done. It's not like when you come out with a record and you gotta squeeze the album for everything you got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the album you could promote 5 or better singles.
Yeah,
easy. Yeah. Especially back in the days, they was on that. They was working singles, just pushing the album. But now, you know how I go. They might work one single, if that, these days.
Yep. Usually the hit now will carry the whole album.
Yeah.
Look at Cardi B. She only had one album. She just keep dropping singles, saying all new albums coming, but she just dropping singles. But you would think that she got at least 2 albums out. Cardi only had 1 album.
But it's a singles game.
Yeah. It's a singles game. Unless you got singles. Like Drake.
You gotta understand that it's a streaming game.
It's a streaming game.
Yeah.
So
agreed.
That's how you make your money. It's think about it when you're at a strip club to sing the dollars. You ain't gonna go there if you got $300 or $400. You're gonna go in and get let me get 3 or 4 C notes out of this thing and pop it. No, you gotta say, give me 300 or 400 singles right now. Same kind of concept. They let it. They just let it live, write it as long as they can.
And anybody watching, all DJs, big shout out to all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this platform is to celebrate the DJs. DJs got stories too, not just rappers. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of DJs that are some of your biggest producers now, like Swiss Beats. He started off as a DJ. All right. Irv Gotti was a DJ, I believe, before he was a producer.
Facts.
True. There's a lot of producers out there that's big. Dr. Dre. Remember, Dr. Dre was just the DJ. Easy told him, yo, I think you should rhyme. Won't you do this shit then, Dre? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, real quick, being that you bringing up DJs becoming producers, who's the better producer out of Kid Capri and Scratch? Because they both producers.
I'm gonna go with Scratch. I'm gonna go with Scratch on that.
Scratch got some big records. He did a lot.
Yeah.
Too.
I'm going with Scratch anyway.
Yeah.
but Kid Capri,
the only way you can compare that. The only way you can compare that is by the hits. Who have the more hits that they produce? But you can't do it any other way. So it's Scratch the more hits, hands down. It's Scratch. That's it.
And the Scratch and the cuts he did on them damn EP&D records, boy.
Yeah. Ooh. The cutting on EP&D records was crazy too.
That's why when Chris said Kid Capri's worldwide, you just Scratch. I'm looking at him like,
who said that?
Chris said that in the battle, man, when he was getting on Scratch. And I'm wondering, like, EPMD is worldwide. What are you talking about? But hey, it is what it is. Yeah. I don't want Al to think I'm getting on Chris.
Yeah.
I know.
Yo, well, I'll give you one. How about the DJ for Dr. Dre for New MTV Raps at the morning show? How about our boy? Who was that?
Okay. We talking about Ed Love and Dr. Dre?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
You remember that DJ?
I forgot his name.
That was his name, Dr. Dre.
No. They had a DJ for their show.
They had a DJ on that show.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, I forget his name too. Damn. It's crazy. We follow him on the gram too. I forget his name, bro.
Come on, Reck. Do your research. Do that research. You'll dig it up.
I gotta do my research.
They supposed to revamp that show too.
That'll be good.
That would be real dope.
It'll be good if they give Dr. Dre $1 million so that way he can take care of his house and live better. And all that kind of stuff. Let's stop the bullshit, people. Let's stop the bullshit. There's so much bullshit in this hip-hop game. I'm so tired of it. You're letting people die, get sick, all that kind of stuff, and you got the loot. I said it. There you go.
Yeah. Al, what happened to your audio? I don't know what happened.
Audio went down.
Yeah.
How's that better?
Yeah.
Say all that again.
Say it again. What you just said, Al. Let them hear it again.
Let it rip, Al.
That they should give Dr. Dre from UMTV Rap $1 million. Take care of himself. Get him a house. Get him all squared away, and stop the bullshit. Our people are dying. They're sick and all that. You got the loot. Do that. Just do it on a humble, because it's right. Because you know what? God don't like no ugly.
You heard what I'm saying? If y'all didn't hear it, I'll say it again. Give Dr. Dre his money, man. He helped blow that up.
Give him money. Give him money.
Give him money.
Give him money. Give him money. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Y'all gonna wait till something happened to him and then he ain't here, and then what we gonna do?
Everybody gonna be like, oh my God, you know, this, that, and all that.
All the reruns and I was just with him the other day and all that dumb. Come on, man. He broke a lot. They broke a lot of people too. You got to give it to them. They broke a lot of people too.
Yeah, they made a whole wave.
Just like Ralph. There's no reason why Ralph. I'm not saying Ralph is living bad, but Ralph supposed to be, you know, bigger than y'all understand what I'm saying.
Look, this hip hop game is not like rock and roll. Don't get it. Don't understand it. Do you see Mick Jagger and them hurting?
Nah.
How old are they? How long they been performing?
That's why I don't like when people say, like, Mo, I know you be hearing people say this, Al, Reck. I hate when people put like MCs in categories of old school and all of that.
Yeah, I hate that.
There's old school rock bands. They don't say old school. They just say rock band. But why does hip hop? And then it starts with us. We got to stop doing it. Yeah. If we stop doing it, everybody else will stop doing it.
Facts.
Oh, to answer that question, Al. His name was T Money.
There was somebody else too.
T Money.
There was somebody else.
Jazzy Jeff, right?
No, there was somebody else.
Damn.
Who is it, Al? You know who it is. Who is it?
Fat Freddy?
No.
Fat Five.
DJ Train? Wait, no. Damn.
Damn, Soup. I don't believe it. He was one of our DJs, Soup.
Yeah, I know.
I ain't giving it up. Sorry.
Oh, man.
Homework for everybody. Whoever's watching right now,
you
know who the DJ is?
T Boogie? No, not T Boogie.
He was on Hot 97 with them also.
Yeah, I know. You got us over here thinking now, like we in school.
King?
What?
45 King?
No.
Damn. Damn, that was a DJ too, right? Big shout out to 45 King.
45 King, word. Yeah.
That's the homie too.
And yo, just to let everybody know, because I don't want to hear later they say, oh, Soup was bashing Jay-Z. I'm not bashing Jay-Z. Big shout out to Jay-Z, because somebody just hit me saying, yo, don't bash Jay-Z. I'm not bashing. I love Jay-Z.
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't bashing nobody. I'm telling you what happened at the damn battle.
Truth is true. That's enough too with that. Truth,
you know?
Man.
They hit me up saying that just now. Come on, man. He was saying that money shit. X was saying that hard shit. That's all. But damn, I don't know what. And big shout out to LL Cool J for making it to the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hip Hop Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah. Shouts to LL Cool J.
Yes, yes. Jay-Z too,
right?
Roll
Hall of Fame, you mean?
Rock and roll. Word.
Yeah, we need a hip hop Hall of Fame.
Well, there's been a couple of tries.
Say word. Word.
Well, let's put it out there. Let's put it out there. The powers to be and everybody listening, get with my man Al, and let's put together a hip hop Hall of Fame.
Yeah, because why hip hop got to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Come on, hip hop is not.
Yeah, because again, you know, somebody takes the idea and they capitalize on it.
Well, we're saying it right now, right here on TV on the 17th. We saying it right here.
Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Let's get it.
Come to one of us and let's do this. We suing because it's right here on this show. All right? Let them know, Reck. Reck got a movie out too. Big shout out to my man Reck. Now he got a movie out.
Big shout out to Reck, the best friends joint, yo.
Salute, the best friends out killing them too.
Yeah. Reck does a lot of things, Al, that people don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's sad because Mo brought us together, but you know the X thing really. This was X's last blessing to me, I guess. You know what I'm saying? If he up there looking down, you know what I'm saying, dog? I told you I was gonna do something for you. So we can say that.
That was good.
And real quick, I'm gonna show you what else X did for me that Al taught me how to do. If you look on this wall, I got plaques all on this wall, man. See all my plaques? I got plaques too.
Which plaques are those?
Well, I got plaques from the VH1 when I did Behind the Music with DMX. I got a mixtape plaque of me and X called Greatest Hits with all the albums. I got the Great Depression, which I had something to do with.
Was that 5 million, right?
Yeah, Great Depression, and then it was X. That album.
What's the numbers on them joints?
Oh, then it was X did about 7 million.
Damn.
And the Great Depression did about 3 million.
Woo.
And then if you go over here, you see Cradle to the Grave, Bloodline Records. All right. That soundtrack did about 850,000. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to James Young. All right. And then my own movie, Straight Out of Yonkers, that I put in the movie theater. You know, I paid my own money, put it out there. It is what it is.
Salute.
That's what I do. Al Pizarro, like I said, Al taught me to do this, man. I got plaques all over this room. I got plaques up there too. But you know, Rowdy City. This is what we do.
The God got the hardware.
Yeah. And last thing, to all you DJs, not to Reck always tell me, do your plugs. It's coming out. The new Superior headphone. We got it.
Oh, right? Where mine's at?
It'll be out
there you go.
I got you.
Okay.
All right.
Those things look fire.
I got different colors and everything. It says it right on it. Superior quality. Yes.
Yeah.
So this is what we doing, DJs. Like I said, let's get this hip hop Hall of Fame. Let my man Al do it. Let him put it together. And let's do it, man.
All right. Hip Hop Hall of Fame. That right there, that might just need to be the outro. That's so powerful.
Yeah, that's the outro right there. And to let all you DJs know, y'all should be sharing this show because this DJ show is for you DJs. All y'all got stories. Nice and Smooth DJ got stories.
Oh, yeah.
It's a whole one. We're going to get him on this show too. All right? So,
shout out to awesome too, Teddy Ted.
Yeah, salute to them.
Salute to awesome Teddy Ted, Cool B.
Teddy Ted, Special K.
Teddy Ted.
Special K, word. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Moschino, should we say big shout out to Joyce? She going through some family stuff.
Yeah. She got some family things going on. I talked to Joyce yesterday, man. You know what I mean? Just send out love and prayers to her right now. You know what I mean?
We're just gonna say love and prayers, but she going through some family stuff.
Jazzy Joyce?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh man.
That's my homegirl.
That's my little sister there.
That's family.
Yeah. I told Mo, I said, yo, Mo, I used to give these cats they damn records, man. Like, I used to give them their records young, man. That's why when I see them, like Flex. We used to give Flex his records at first, right, Al?
Yep.
That's why, but every time I see Flex remember that.
Look, the first Motown did a DJ competition for one of their records. And somebody had to represent our record pool. Guess who was selected to represent our record pool to compete? Jazzy Joyce.
Oh,
sure.
Wow.
That's my little sister right there.
Yeah.
So there's some history.
Remember Jazzy Joyce and Coco Chanel had the show on Ladies Night?
Ladies Night.
Yeah.
Andy Martinez, Jazzy Joyce, and Coco Chanel.
Yeah.
And they kept it going after Angie, you know, I guess transitioned, or you know, she left the show.
Right.
And they had it going for a long time too, a good while. I remember.
Yo, we can't leave without saying we gotta touch on a little bit about young Dolph, man. R.I.P. to young Dolph and the family. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace, young Dolph.
Like, what's y'all thoughts on what's going on with hip hop right now with all of that, man?
Man,
look, I think that hip hop can do a lot more to help in the violence that's going on. Period.
Yeah.
And people need to step up. I know that we're gonna do something. You're gonna hear about it in the next couple of weeks. But we're doing some pretty large in a large platform in the next couple of weeks in December. You're gonna hear what we're gonna do.
Because these deaths are like persistent now. It's not even a week apart from now. A lot of these deaths, and it's like, do we have to change the direction of the music and stop talking what we talking about? Or like, what y'all think we?
Nah, it's the streets.
It's the streets, man. It ain't got nothing to do with that.
The music always been street. Like you gotta think when Melly Mel, Cool Hurt, what's the joint? The Message.
The Message, yeah.
Like, come on, man. That's one of the most street records ever. It's not the music. It's the streets. It's the hate. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody come from your neighborhood and they make it, you supposed to champion that person. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But instead, it's the other way around. They throw the hate, they throw the shade. And with hate, it breeds envy. And then that's when the violence come into play.
Yeah. People do not like when you step it up and you be on another level. They can't take it.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
They don't like
so they'll sit around and look at, if you notice, like Mo, I told you, Mo, me and you get more love out of town than I own whatchamacall.
It's a fact. It's a fact, bro.
People don't want to see, like, yo, Reck, I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to, I don't care. I'm the most hated. I don't care. Yo, people in my town get, you know, I got people that hate me all the time. They ain't put their hands on me, but hey, there's a lot of hate.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know what it is.
I'm number one DJ from my town. They don't like it, they could come get the title. Anybody want to do it, we could do it. I'm telling you on rep. Let's set it up.
If people don't hate you, you ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, and when you lose, I'm taking the equipment.
Yeah. It's just how they take it to that level. Yeah. Come on, people. Yeah. Competition is good for the soul.
Yeah.
Good for the soul. Yeah. It makes you better. Right? You have to kill somebody. I got a lot of love. He's better at what he does.
I got a lot of love for DJs, man. Like Mo, since I met Mo, I was like, Mo's the hottest DJ from New Jersey. You think people didn't come at me for that?
Mo is dope. Like how I met Mo was going in on my record, the All In record with China Black. Like the way he was cutting.
That record hard.
And
that record hard.
And I'm like, yo, who the hell is this DJ? Because he going in.
Yo,
I saw the homie posting on his YouTube. He posted on his IG. I had to repost, and ever since we've been locked in, and he stayed in on it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, Mo.
Man, likewise, man. Look, just keep dropping more heat and more videos. You know what I'm saying? So I can do my job, basically. Put it that way.
Easy. You know, I got a gang of heat out there too. You know, I got like 4 projects. They out there on the streaming platform.
No, I mean, I'll keep the music, but I want to take it to the next level beyond the music. Like, all right, let's do these videos and keep putting them out there and make some different content.
Oh, that's easy. We're gonna do a gang of videos, cinematic videos. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
real quick before we end the show, I want us to, like, each one of us to shout out some DJs, because like I said, this is for the DJ, this platform, you know what I'm saying? Real DJ talk. You know what I'm saying? Al, you got some DJs you want to shout out real quick?
Oh, bro. I'm not gonna shout out every DJ I got, but I'm gonna tell you something. DJ Bobski, always a good guy. DJ JJ Rivera and Baron Lopez in Puerto Rico. I'm glad you got that gig. You're smashing it. I hear it. All right. And of course, Grand Wizard Theodore, my buddy, Jazzy J, my brother. I mean, you know, but I gotta shout out my street team and people on my Hip Hop Boulevard company, and especially Renee Minkins, Big Jeff, and Venus, and all of them that just helped me, you know, shine. Because it ain't me, it's them that make me shine. And everybody do their homework, because he still didn't come up with an answer. Who was the DJ for Dr. Dre and then Lover? I ain't giving it to you either.
Oh man. Oh, that's D Nice. D Nice was. No.
D Nice. Was it D Nice?
Was it D Nice?
Nope.
I don't know, bro. But who you got? So who you got? Shout out DJs, right?
You want me to go last or you going?
Oh, I go right now. I'll shout my man DJ Finesse in Jersey right now. I want to go to the people who actually made me who I am. So DJ Fashion, DJ iRock, Dirty Harry. Shit, I want to say Green Lantern at the time. Like those are guys that really made me want to be on my creative. Like I don't even care about the rest of the others. Not to say I don't care, but these are the ones that solidify me. Like yo, I want to be like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Me. I have to go with DJ Funkmaster Flex. Because every time I talk to Flex, he always keep it real with me. You know what I'm saying? Flex, DJ Rage, DJ K Shaw, DJ K Son, which is DMX's original DJ. They always say I am, but K Son was his original DJ, and I'm always gonna say that. He just didn't go further as I went with X, but he still was there. I learned from him. You know what I'm saying? DJ Beatmaster Gene, DJ Doo-Wop. I love Doo-Wop. I met Doo-Wop on Fordham, and Doo-Wop was like, that's when that's when he used to press up those records of the Bounce Squad.
Oh, yeah.
And Wop was like, yo, come to my house, man. I'll give you some records. Just like that.
Yo, he was a killer on the mixtapes.
Yeah.
Killer on the mixtapes.
So I look up to Wop, man, because Wop was a special guy. Even Scratch. There was a time that Scratch came out to Yonkers. I'm going to tell you how real Scratch is. There was a group called Tribal Brothers I was with, a production company. I mean, we did parties and stuff. So at the time when DMX was warring with K-Solo and all that, I believe Scratch was the one that came out there to see us, to sit down and talk business. Scratch came by himself too, man. That's why I always give Scratch his props, man. Scratch came and sat down with us and talked about it. You know what I'm saying? So those
I gotta say, let me add to that. So I gotta give it up to Scratch too, because when I went through the COVID and it was homesick and all that, and they almost to make it through, Scratch called me. He was like, you know, man, he's like, Mo, you one of the two. He said two of my best friends, you, Jazzy Jeff, and two of my best friends who made it through. Everybody else didn't. He says he was calling to check in on you and shit like that. And then offer me a slot on the show. So Scratch always show love, no matter whatever the case may be, outside of just DJing, just being a man in general. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. So salute to DJ Scratch.
Yeah,
man. We from the same projects. I was
born
in Albany. Well, not in Albany projects. I was born in a hospital that was like a few blocks away. It was called St. John's. I lived in 180 Troy. I lived on 180 Troy Avenue, apartment 14G. On the old side by the rent office. So Scratch, I forgot what building he's from, but he's definitely from Albany Projects. So the DJs I want to shout is the DJs that gave me my shot. I want to shout out DJ PF Cutting, dope DJ and producer. You know, he did the Danger beat also when the East is in the house. Oh my God, Danger. He's a dope DJ. Tony Touch. You know, he put me on the 50 MCs mixtape. Power Cypher, Stretch Armstrong. He played a record that I was on. called G Sums, Blase Blase. They did the independent record with Game Recordings. Al know about that. Shout out to John Schechter. He was like the founder of the Source. So you know those DJs right there, and anybody who ever gave me a shot, Moeskieno, DJ Superior, like anybody who ever played my records, you know, those are DJs I want to shout out, you know, and that show me love. So salute to them.
There's a couple more, just real quick. DJ Kev Boogie, you know what I'm saying? My partner, Lip Brothers.
Lip Brothers, yeah.
Molly Moore. Gotta give Molly Moore his props because
Molly Moore.
Rappers, I don't feel they really give Molly Moore his real due. You know, Molly should have been, no disrespect, Kane. You know, I love you, Kane. Molly Moore should have been up there with you, man. I think Molly should have been up there.
That's cool. Yeah. You saw the Molly and Pete Rock.
Fact. Pete Rock.
Pete Rock.
Yeah.
Molly Moore. Fact.
DJ Polo. You know?
Polo. Woo.
Yeah,
DJ Polo. Everybody. Shouts to all the DJs, man. You know, this is what I want to get across before we end the show. It was a time when DJs was playing records to please the people. Can we get back to that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Could we get back to that?
Hey, yo, I'm gonna tell you this. Come to North Carolina. I got you.
like what you say?
Let me say this. I think the ego of the DJ hurt the culture. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, the DJ was the medium from the people, from the artist to the people. You know what I'm saying? And they would just play the records that the people wanted to hear, that the people love, opposed to trying to play the A&R. Once the DJ became the A&R, and nobody asked him to be the A&R, that's when, to me, the game got twisted.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely.
So,
yeah, that Payola.
Y'all need to start playing records for the people. Stop trying to dictate what's hot. That's why you see on the internet, records just go. It ain't nobody that can, you know, stop the blessings on that record. DJs, I'm gonna say this, blocked a lot of blessings too. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reasons. I ain't talking about DJs like Superior and Moeskieno. I'm just talking about DJs who let the power get to their head, blocked a lot of blessings. And that right there hurt a lot of families because dudes, artists, was just trying to feed their family. You know what I'm saying? So they put whatever personal issues in the way of a dope record. You know, a lot of politics hurt a lot of people's careers. So I want to say that.
So, Soup, I appreciate you guys for having me on. And thank you guys. A great show. We talked about a lot of stuff. And you know, like on the final, I know that these guys are watching, and I left this to the very, very end because I know they were gonna say, "Yeah, Al didn't even mention me." DJ Ultimate, Backsmith, and Scratchmaster Jaddy G. Got you guys.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yeah.
Salute.
MRecktv.
MReck.
Yes, sir.
MRecktv in the house.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
wow, thank you.
Superior,
thank you. Salute. You know what I mean?
Go get that best friend.
We go get that movie Best Friends on Best Friends TV. We're gonna do this every week, right? Once a week.
Every Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Every Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Tell a friend. All right.
Tell a friend, man. Pound that like button, y'all. Double deuces and bubble gooses. We gone. Love.
Peace.
So peace, my brothers. Thank you. Good show.
No doubt.
Have a good night, brothers.
Peace. All right.